look at Iowa, in particular, they've got the pair of linebackers who are pretty stout, Hitchens and Morris. Can you talk about them, the kind of defense Iowa presents, the physicality of it, and just the problems it presents?
Well, they're always very tough on defense, and the same this season. They're, I think, rated in the top 40 in the country in regards to total defense. I could be off a little bit, but they're right around the upper third, if you will, of Division I football, and I think maybe 29th in scoring defense. So they have good numbers. They play very physical. They're similar to they have been in the past, where they don't do a whole lot. They can bring pressure, and they can bring line movement and create some mayhem across the line of scrimmage. But for the most part, they hang their hat on lining up in their base fronts and coverages and playing hard and hanging their hat on out executing their opponent. But they're very physical across the line of scrimmage, like they have been. Their linebackers are very good players. They're very skilled in the secondary. I think their corners are really good players. I think Micah Hyde is one of the top players at his position. He's got good size and good physicality and really competes on the field and sticks close to the wide receivers. So I think they're very strong defensively. You can see it on film, and I think their numbers indicate that as well.
And then the quarterback, Vandenberg, has been doing solid. What kind of threat does he present?
Well, he's an experienced quarterback. I believe he led the Big Ten in total passing yards last season. If he wasn't the passing leader, he was right up there, and usually does very well from an efficiency standpoint. At times the quarterback can play as well as those around him allow him to. And they've gone through some key injuries throughout the course of the season. They've had a rash of injuries at the running back position. They've had some offensive linemen that they've lost throughout the course of the season. So, their offense has tried to, rebuild and regain their consistency and their rhythm. Kind of like ours has, in some ways. But he's a very good quarterback. He threw for a ton of yardage last year. Makes good decisions with the football. An experienced player and a guy that can certainly play well on any given Saturday and make a difference in the ball game from a passing standpoint. I love football and love Purdue. I spent 10 years at Purdue as a coach, and I think they have 16 bowl banners hanging up in that indoor facility, and I've been a part of 6 or 7 of them. I have to count. When we add this year's on there, the count will even go up. So I'm not going to let a disgruntled fan or any one person take my spirit away or take away from what it is that we're here to do, and that's to coach football and to have fun and to win. So obviously the fans have a reason to be disappointed. We're very, very disappointed, but I don't let someone that demonstrates himself in a small way set me back a whole lot, if you will. I certainly wouldn't let someone that smaller character take my happiness away. I assure you that. They wouldn't be worth it. So that would be beneath me. And I've always had as my philosophy as a player and a coach, and since I first put on a football uniform, that as long as I did the very best that I could, I don't have to look at the result and then look back and second guess my effort, and then I'm going to be fine with me. And most of the time, we're going to be very, very successful as a result of it. Always set our goals and aspirations really high, maybe too high, but if you're willing to pay the price, then you don't have to be afraid to set your goals high. And if you will pay the price, you're going to be successful and land on your feet, and good things are going to happen somehow in some way. So those people are beneath costing me my happiness as a football coach.